A good day to everyone. This is Owen McCafferty. I have received permission from the folks at Professional Fusion to use this narrative as something that's not a practice tip, but rather a tribute. I just found out last night from a longtime friend that one of the pioneers in veterinary medicine, and I use this not in just an acne term, but in a very realistic term, has passed. A friend for the last 45 years, Mark Opperman, has been distinguishing himself in improving not only the economic well-being of veterinary practices, but also the personal and financial well-being of untold numbers of veterinary practice staff who have received an opportunity for an entirely different adventure as a result of Mark's efforts. The first time I met Mark, it was 1977. And it was in Cleveland, Ohio at the Sheridan Hotel with my good friend Ed Douglas, where we were speaking at a forum for veterinary medicine, sponsored through a magazine known as Veterinary Economics Magazine. Both Alan Kitchler, who was the publisher, and John Villardo, who was the editor-in-chief, had assembled these meetings and truthfully were part of what I considered the forefront of veterinary practice management. It was held in Cleveland, which I believe to be the cradle of veterinary practice management. There were a whole slew of very distinguished speakers, but that was the first time that I met a rather young, articulate, confident person who had been spending quite a bit of time in veterinary medicine since 1969. And that was our good friend, Mark Opperman. Mark has distinguished himself not only in terms of what he has done to consult with countless thousands of people, not only here in the United States, but in Europe, in the Pacific Rim, and pretty much all over the civilized world. But Mark has distinguished himself from the standpoint that he created a dream and an adventure for countless numbers of veterinary practice managers. Mark single-handedly envisioned and then brought with him some really insightful disciples to establish the Veterinary Hospital Managers Association back in 1981. At that time, there was absolutely no consideration that was given to veterinary practice managers as a separate endeavor. Mark further advanced the well-being and the future of a whole group of veterinary practice managers by establishing a certification program, along with other insightful members known as the Certified Veterinary Practice Manager program. Mark established this program and created competency levels, testing, consistency, and a dream that allowed people to distinguish themselves at a level in veterinary medicine where they were becoming a material part of the improvement of veterinary practices. And the Certified Veterinary Practice Manager program just didn't stay in North America, in Canada, and in the United States. An offshoot of the Certified Veterinary Practice Manager program was brought to England by Mr. John Sheridan in the Veterinary Practice Management Association of Great Britain and the Republic of Ireland. So Mark's impact, his footprint, His vision and his competencies were seen throughout not only North America, but truly worldwide.
Yeah.
Mark is going to be missed by quite a few people. If you knew Mark, you remember that he was a very articulate soul and really didn't pull many punches. His competency, his ability to see beyond just the norm, but expand that to other areas was without peer. Mark and I always had great times together, but we also had spirited discussion. And Mark was never the kind of person to pull a punch. And that was the beauty of the man. I will miss him as others will. I just like to say, Mark, you may not be on this earth, but you certainly will be in our hearts. With that, just want to say thank you.